Deep Sea Adventure from Oink Games. Now, this is the Boost version, which is their newest version of Deep Sea Adventure. It adds a slight additional mechanism called the Boost mechanism. But Deep Sea Adventure, it is very popular, and I have an interesting background and history with this game. So I played the original version several times a couple years ago, and I was not sold. Now, first, let me explain the game. So Deep Sea Adventure, it's a shared tank of air. We're all in the submarine trying to dive down and collect treasure from the bottom of the ocean. But we all have, it's a makeshift submarine, low budget, and we all have one tank of air to share. It's completely realistic, by the way. So what's happening? It's a push your luck game where everyone's diving down. It's competitive, by the way. Everyone's diving down, and how far you go on the path, the further from the submarine, you're spending air every turn. And the further you go down, the more air you start spending, because as you collect more and more treasure, that's going to start spending more of your air supply. And if other players are collecting more treasure than you are, they're spending more air from this central pool of air. And so you have to balance, how far down do I want to go? Which treasure, the better treasure are further down the path. Which treasure am I going to collect? And then when am I going to turn around and go back to the sub to hopefully make it back before the air runs out for the round? And that's one of 3 rounds. And if you make it back, then you keep the treasure that you found in that run, and you came back. And other players might get stuck down there. They didn't turn back fast enough, and all the treasure that they got gets dropped and goes to the end of the line. And then the next round, someone might go deeper. Okay, that's the gist of it. It's cute. It's a fun little box. Oink makes great productions. The components are great. My issue at the time, a couple years ago, was, and maybe it was the way it was explained, because it's possible we missed a rule or two. I felt like there was no reason for me to go. I didn't feel the compelling push your luck. I didn't feel like if I push my luck, I will get more. I felt like I would just want to quickly grab anything I could from the first pile, which other people are skipping over to try to get to the better stuff. And I'm like, well, I'll just grab everything I can right now and then turn back really quick. But it's a super popular game. So I'm like, what am I missing? So I didn't love it at the time. I didn't really draw a conclusion if I was right or wrong, and if we were missing a rule or not. I didn't own the game; someone else did. But I never picked up a copy. I was like, okay, that was an interesting experience. I'm not sold, and I'm still not. So now I have my own copy. I picked up this Boost version at Essen last year, and now I've read the rules, and I know that I'm playing everything exactly right. And the boost mechanic is basically you can push your luck a little bit more by spending an extra air. And when you roll your dice to see how far you can move, instead of using 2 of the 3 dice, you choose which 2. Now you get to use all 3 dice, so you can go further. That's it. A little extra air, a little further. And I wasn't sure, okay, might that have actually been might that address what my perceived issues were with the game? And ultimately, I don't think it did. I think it adds another interesting choice, but it didn't really change. Okay, results. When I just played this again this past weekend, in one of the games with 4 people, 3 of my family members, all 4 of us, we tied, 4-way tie, with 0 points. 0, 0, 0, 0. We all went some length down the path and then concluded at some point, oh shoot, we're not going to make it back. There's no way. And we failed. Ran out of air, dropped everything, back to the submarine. Round 2, we're like, okay, now we kind of get it. We got to be more conservative. So we go a little, we make sure that we don't go too far, turn around earlier so that we can make it back to the submarine. Still, nowhere near making it back to the submarine. Then we're like, okay, now we get it. We gotta go fast and turn around fast. And we still did not turn around fast enough to make it back to the submarine. 0, 0, 0, 0. No one made a single point the entire game. Am I doing something drastically wrong with this game? How could we not succeed at getting a single point unless I did what I did years prior, where I just collected the first treasure I land on, maybe go one more turn and then turn back? I'm just not sold. I still think that I'm missing something because this is a really popular. Now it looks beautiful, and I'll play it more. I'm not getting rid of it, but I am still not sold. I am confused, and I welcome anyone here. Tell me what you think I might be doing wrong. I read over those rules several times, and I've played it several times. I'm not mentally grasping this game yet. So my current score for this is a 7. 7 being just at the threshold of I'm going to keep it, but it could go up or down. It could go up if I actually really figure it out and say, now I think there's a meaty enough game here that's interesting, that I can get mixed people in and not have them feel like they have no way to actually make points, because as soon as they start having fun going to a certain depth, they've already lost. That's not fun. So it could also go down, and if it goes down because I feel like it's actually broken and just unfun, other than just going 1 or 2 steps and then turning around, which is not interesting or fun, then it's probably going to go down a lot, because I feel like at that point it's just broken. I don't know. For now, a 7 for Deep Sea Adventure.